are back in black in the building. What is going on? We made it back another day, another 10 cents. Hey. Everybody get their sea walk on. Get their blood walk on if they want to do it, man. It's a kind of a sad day, somber day. So much going on. But shout out to everybody out there at the corporate station. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to my sister Tasha, my cousin Mariah, for supporting this CMOS business, man. It's kind of moving a lot faster than I thought, but I do appreciate it. Shout out to my nephew and my other siblings as well. They probably handling their business. Shout out to everybody like my brother David from No Compromise. Shout out to that brother. I can't wait to do a spaces with that brother. If you have not checked the podcast and interview that I did with my cousin Mariah, that was just part 1. We're going to get a part 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 of this motherfucker. Hey, don't get me the flowing up in here. man, we got a lot to discuss, man. We're going to talk about our brother P and B Rock. We're going to talk about how his life was taken from him. Shout out to all my motherfucking bullshit motherfuckers too. Had to get this plug. There we go. Man, there's so much shit going on. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to plug this shit in so my laptop won't die. Man. Shout out to my brother Leo, too. Shout out to my brother Leo. Shout out to everybody. Like I said, I really wasn't expecting this, man. But if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Just like Suge Free says. Man, this shit has been going. It's a lot of stuff to discuss, but we going to get into it. We are definitely going to talk about the corporation, but we're going to more talk about violence. We're going to talk about the reality of living. And our reality of living, man, is you got to worry about dying. In the reality of living, if you have a little bit of money, you have to worry about protecting that interest. Because this brother was a young brother. He was 30 years old. Now the generational wealth, you know me, I'm looking at, man, I hope this brother got life insurance on himself. Just so his kids and his family could be taken care of and be well compensated for his untimely death. And that's and it's crazy because when I lived out there in Los Angeles, California, see, my church is 8450 South Central. Yes, that's where my church was. And we would always go to that McDonald's across the street from that Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles every Sunday almost. So we already know what it is, man. But we're going to speak on it. And I'm going to give my perspective. Shout out to Erica Shani, Philly in the building, stand up. Florida in the building, stand up. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Let's get into it. Cut the music down. Hey. Man, that was crazy, man. And I would say that I think it's crazy, man, because the brother was just having a good time at the Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. You know what I mean? And you post where you are on there, and some haters found you and took you to your untimely death. Now, here's my perspective, and I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I ain't did a live in a minute. I'm gonna keep it a buck. We have to start learning that you just need to enjoy your life without everybody knowing. You have to become an introvert even more when you have access to power, wealth, or not just power, but wealth and resources. When you have access to resources that are more than the average person, you can't be out there posting your locations. You can't be doing it unless you got security around you. And I get it. You think like, man, ain't nobody tripping on that, man. We all together. No, we not. Everybody's not thinking that way. Those people who did that, you know, and it was somebody had posted a video of the brother, you know, laying in a pool of his own blood. Sometimes we gotta learn how to keep that off the internet. Let the brother go join the ancestors in peace. it was a very, very somber and very, like, I didn't like it. It was the reason why I didn't like it is because, it just showed how startled everybody was and nobody even knew what to do. And they were trying to help him and nobody knew what to do to help him. And it was just sad, man. It was sad to see that. It was just sad to see that, which brings me to my point of that's why we need reparations. Because I feel like in my heart it would be less crime if black folk had they $5 to $10 million apiece. It would be far more of us getting along than us wanting to kill each other, you know what I mean? Because that we don't know that brother's struggle and how hard he had to work to get his status and stuff. But, a lot of niggas don't care, man. We have to start having what I say intrinsic value in each other. But you got to have it in yourself. That goes to the point that I've always been making. Shout out to my brother Dave from No Compromise when he always talks about building a nationhood. And we don't like to read. I was talking to the homegirl Nuke. Shout out to Nuke and Roxanne. Roxanne, we got to get it in and get another interview. I got to make some CMOS for her. I appreciate all her business and everyone supporting it. But, I feel like we see each other through the dominant society's eyes so badly that we pray that each other don't make it and do better for ourselves. It's like a self-hate type thing. And it's sad. It's sickening. A lot of it is upbringing, too. A lot of it is just black Christianity. Because if you don't think that is haters within the black Christian church, then you crazy. It's all politics. And I think that we could do a better job of banding together, building a nationhood, understanding what life is about. Each one teaching 21. You know what I mean? Bigging each other up, giving each other props for their nice cars and clothes instead of being mad. Two roads diverged in Yellow Woods. You took the one less traveled. Everybody has their own lane, their own road. I'm going to tell you like this. You got to have confidence in you. And in this time, in this day, in this age, it ain't safe to be out there flossing and doing that. I thought the 90s was bad, but this is a different type of era because there's a lot of young hip-hop artists out here getting killed. And a lot of us, we're so social media prone and we're so addicted to it, because that's how, we get our status and that's how we get out there. But sometimes you got to be a recluse and back off that shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't be posting your locations and stuff like that, especially if you're doing well or if you're doing better than the average. The average person can't afford to even live out there in Los Angeles. So you definitely don't want to be out there posting your whereabouts and all that. I almost wish, y'all hear me out. I almost wish that we could strip away social media and this technology, keep us in the same era and bring back the 90s technology where you had to actually talk to a person. You had to actually go look and find a nigga. You had to actually listen to your OGs. You couldn't just go talk to a female and just slide her DM and say some goofy shit where you had to sit down, talk, have a great conversation. You had to really know what the fuck is going on. That doesn't exist anymore because technology, to me, a lot of times is the matrix. And it has made us slower, dumber. Back in the day, you remembered everybody's number. Now if something happened to me, I can't remember a motherfucking number. And that's because of the matrix. And the one thing that we have to learn about the matrix, what does Cypher say? I know this steak isn't real, but my mind is telling me it's real. That it's juicy, tastes good. Then he said, ignorance is bliss. And then that lady played that harp. So we have to understand that, man. This is the matrix. We don't know people's struggle. We don't. Now, if you have the intricate details of a struggle, that's different. But if you don't, I think you have to back and regroup and instill the confidence in yourself. Because this is sad. It did. I didn't like that, man. I was just like, God damn, man. We can't win for losing. And I didn't listen to this brother's music or anything like that, but, damn. I hope that there's a lesson sent to everyone that, hey, don't be flossing. Don't be out there posting your location. And don't be thinking that ain't no nigga gonna want to try to come and see you. Sometimes it's good. Less is more. And we got to be on our P's and Q's. And we got to band together. And whoever did that, man, it's like, I wonder what's on y'all heart for y'all to want to do that in broad daylight. And all those people that were in that Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, their lives will never be the same. They're going to be traumatized. They're going to have to sit down and talk to people. They might need therapy as the dominant society always, pushes us towards it. They're going to really need somebody to talk to. They're probably not even going to be able to sleep when you see something like that. We're so desensitized to death, we don't even concentrate on the living. Because we're just kind of like, oh, another nigga died. Like, we have to really start saying, okay, enough is enough. I just think that it's far too gone. I was even looking at, shout out to Ray J too. I was looking at Ray J. Ray J was putting them Kardashian bitches on blast. That's what they get. Fuck them motherfuckers. That and anybody who praises them. I remember we used to watch that shit when my mom was alive. My mom was calling all them bitches out and basically saying they all hoes. And my mom didn't even know the intricate details of what happened. But my mom just like, that bitch used Brandy's little brother to get popular because nobody give a fuck about them ugly bitches. My mom also said that the dad, Bruce Jenner, was a cross-dresser. This was like, this is when the series first came out. And now, all these years later, Ray J had to put these bitches out there and say, man, you lying. We choreographed that. So all that crying and all that shit about, oh my God, that bitch was deceiving everybody so she could be wealthy. I really believe they are bloodsuckers of melanated brothers. And they're bloodsuckers of our culture. They don't really like our culture, but our culture makes them who they are. Because most of the dominant society, they don't give a fuck about no goddamn Kardashians. And most of them white boys don't give a fuck about them. But niggas are so enamored with it because they got money and stuff. That's why we lean to that. I think that's why we got to be a much smarter people nowadays. We got to be on our toes. We got to watch our surroundings. That's why I don't really like to go a lot of places like that where I can get comfortable. People that they can tell you, I don't, especially now, after that, all these violent acts and all that, now I like to keep it moving. I don't like to be in one place where it's only one way in, one way out. I'm observing everything because you only have one life. And you have to value it and you have to treat it, like it's a diamond because it's your life. And you have to, this is my personal opinion, you gotta keep moving. You can't be waiting around on other people to help you do nothing. And I feel like you have to surround yourself with people that's handling business and doing what they need to do. I don't think we need to be those type of people that are waiting around for someone to give them an opportunity. Just go try to create your own opportunity and somebody will fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm saying this is because I think a lot of that speaks to the confidence level in those brothers that murdered this dude. Because it must not have been no confidence. Somebody didn't have no confidence. Somebody just didn't like the dude. And for you to do that in broad daylight, I don't know. It could have been premeditated. I don't know. I wasn't there, but I just think we have to kind of smarten up and wake up. It's a critical time right now. I know everybody's struggling. It's fucked up, man. That's why reparations is important. This shit is not easy. It's fucked up out here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's going on, sis? I can't lie. I don't know of him, but gone too soon. It's sad. Kim Kardashian was Brandy's stylist. She was the elf in the closet. That's how she even got close to them. Exactly. She knew what she was doing. Kim Kardashian knew exactly what she was doing. And they stole money from Sonya Norwood to start their shows because they didn't really have no money when that show came out. See, they was doing, their dad, Rob Kardashian, made it where they was straight. You know what I mean? You go to school, get your college, you can drive a nice car, live good, you ain't got to work. So he did that. But see, they was greedy. And they always wanted the limelight. And that explains why Sonya Norwood used to go so hard on Brandy after all that shit came out. Don't use my kid to do no bullshit like that. And Ray J was young and he just was trying to get a whole bunch of money. So he thought, he was doing the right thing. But that shows us that sometimes linking up with people ain't necessarily the right thing for you to do. Vet out your circle. Keep your circle tight. Read, study right now. I'm reading the New York Kidnapping Club. Crazy. And even then, it's like in 1830, like I think it's like 1828 to like 1840. Like that's what the book details, and talks about David Ruggles, and it talks about a lot of other abolitionists that they didn't want violence. And David Ruggles was like, man, we're going to start fighting these white people because they just out of line. They kidnapping niggas and they're selling them down south into slavery. But of course, there were other abolitionists that had political ties with newspapers and stuff like that, so they didn't want to be violent, so they had the nonviolent approach. And even back then, you could see there was a lot of people that was like, fuck that nonviolent shit. These people are kidnapping our kids. We don't ever see them again. That's crazy. And I just think we have to, I'm going to keep saying it, get out the matrix and wake up. Understand exactly who you are, have intrinsic value in who you are. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do something. And this is another thing too. You got to give a brother like Ray J props. He's a marketing genius. And he definitely didn't get what he deserved out of that bullshit with them Kardashians, but you got to give him props. He's kept himself relevant this whole time. And I really think we got to look at that because he's smart. Like, okay, y'all going to try to fuck up my brand? Well, I'll destroy all this shit. And that's how you have to be with the dominant society. Keep all your paperwork, know what it is, know what it's not. And another thing too, start recycling those black dollars. Stop acting like you can't patronize a black business. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, man, shout out to my brother Dave from No Compromise, man. That's my OG, man. You know, nigga trying to run a real business. It's like, damn. And I get it. Motherfuckers like, oh man, that, you know, it's a little price. For some people, that's a little price, and I understand. I get it. But I'm pretty sure there's other things that brother would, you know, probably got for sale or something like that maybe might not be that. Holla at the brother. We as a black folk need to stop fucking with each other on some fucking social media shit and not having real relationships with people. Stop telling people happy birthday on social media and then you don't even want to call them or text them. Stop doing that. And stop propagating like you have these great relationships with people that you very rarely even deal with. I'm talking about on a surface level. Not on a level where you really have conversations and you ain't really doing. You ain't got to hang out with a person every day. Like my family, my mom was alive. We went to my mom's house every Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, we didn't all get along. There was always disagreements and shit going on, but we managed to put a lot of that bullshit to the side for the common goal of going over to my mom's house and chilling. That's what life is about. Life is not about transactional relationships. Life is about creating solid relationships because you never know when you might need help or they might need help from you. Stop looking at each other like, oh, he ain't shit. I was having this conversation the other day. I always have this conversation. I had this one sister. She got all these degrees. That's why I had my cousin on. Because this sister, she had all these degrees and was talking all this shit to me about what I needed to do. And that bitch is still in the same position that she was from a long time ago, 10 years ago. We got to stop looking at our fellow melanated brother and sister like, well, I got my degree and he don't, so fuck that nigga. Nigga, you one check away from being homeless. We all are. Miss a check and see what the fuck happened. You ain't gonna be so nice and you ain't gonna be grinning on Instagram, nigga. You gonna be sad. And how many niggas is willing to put up their power bill on Instagram and tell niggas it's late? How many niggas is willing to put up their credit card bill and tell them it's late? How many niggas is willing to put up their car note and say, man, I can't even pay this shit? But motherfuckers always want to look at a nigga crazy. That's what I'm saying. The reality of living is crazy. That brother was just trying to have a good time, take his girl out. And like I said, I don't know him personally. I don't know the dudes who did it personally, but man, Jesus. We need our ancestors to breathe life into this generation so they can understand what their worth is. Because a lot of us don't understand that. And hey, man, look, love, live life, handle business. I'm telling you, recycle those black dollars. Motherfuckers think I'm bullshit. This is no joke. I'm telling you, just recycle it. Just look, bet on yourself. It's not fun. Trust me, it's not fun. You know what I'm saying? I'm still in the the intro beginning stages of what I'm trying to do. And then sometimes I do be pissed off. Like, damn, man, I should be here. I should be there. But, you know, as a human being, sometimes you can't second guess yourself and know. I always keep telling myself, this is my lane, and I just got to stick with my lane. Because niggas is not going to be happy for you. Everybody's not going to support you. And don't let that be mad, like, fuck them. No, you just let it be motivation. Because it ain't meant for everybody to support you. Because if it is, then it'll be too easy. Love, live life, focus on you. Stop going around people begging. Stop going around people seeing what type of angle you can work. Go around people on some authenticity shit or leave people the fuck alone. But hey, man, that is my time. I appreciate everybody. RIP to this brother, P&B Rock. If that's his name, RIP to him, man. That's very, very sad what happened, man. And, you know, it fucked me up. But hopefully, I don't want to say hopefully, we are going to change the narrative and we are going to progress as a people. And I want my people to have black business. Start looking into being an entrepreneur. Go get your life insurance. Start being an entrepreneur. Start trying to flip. Don't put all your energy into working that corporate plantation job. Put that energy into you and invest in you. Hey, man, I got nothing but love for y'all. You already know what my saying is. For all you telling about the gun line, Steve from Django, Haywood Shepherd, motherfucking Steven from Django, motherfuckers, telling about the gun line ass niggas. I only got one word for you. Guilty, nigga. Hey, man, I'm out. Peace.